Hey, peace. What's happening, everyone? On our deal with.
Recognize royalty. Recognize it. Recognize royalty. Gotta recognize it. Recognize royalty. Like they ain't got eyes to recognize royalty.
I can feel.
Recognize royalty.
I can see.
Recognize royalty.
Now I recognize
royalty.
Royalty's eyes.
Royalty.
I can see.
Recognize royalty.
I can love
Recognize
again.
royalty.
Now I recognize.
I recognize it.
Royalty.
I recognize
Royalty.
passion.
Yeah, blessings. Once again, you know the routine. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. All of that helps. So you don't know. Without any further ado, let's get started. Go ahead, Mulattoism.
Yes, and it'll be brief. To all the ADOS and the FBAs, really, we spend too much time arguing with travelers, arguing with Africans and Caribbeans and other immigrants. Instead, just call ICE on them every day. Literally, when you're driving through your communities, you see Africans and Caribbeans, call ICE on them. You see an African business, call ICE on it. You see a Caribbean business, call ICE on it. Matter of fact, you could even Google, and someone I have to mute up. It's a lot of background noise. You can even Google a list of African and Caribbean businesses and call ICE on all of them. Make sure
it's not me. Somebody's driving a car.
I'll be right back, guys. I'll be right back, everybody.
Let's have some decorum, please. The point is, instead of arguing back and forth with these immigrants, just call ICE on them, get them out the paint. And like I said,
And is that? Hang on. Are you suggesting that we call ICE on any African? Do we know whether we know if they're legal or not? We should just call ICE.
And that's the point I was attempting to make before I was cut off. Literally, ICE will determine if they are here legally or not. I'm saying call ICE on. My point is call ICE on all Africans, on all Caribbeans, on all immigrants. ICE will determine if they are here legally or not. Get them out the paint. Get them all out the paint.
But wouldn't that be kind of like a waste of our resources? Like that's like saying call the cop. If you see a black person, just if you see anyone, call the police and say they stole something. And then when the cop comes, they'll figure it out whether they stole something. That just seems like a waste of resources, doesn't it?
Let me answer that.
Shouldn't you at least have some type of information before you call ICE?
Let me try to answer that question very briefly. Number one, we have information that they are immigrants. Number two, these immigrants, they call the police, they call law enforcement on ADOS and FBAs without having any evidence against us. They stereotype us when we go in their businesses. So we should use that same law enforcement mechanism that is used against us as a weapon. We must use that same law enforcement mechanism as a weapon against the immigrants. So yes, it's not a waste of time at all. We can get all of them out the paint by simply calling ICE. That's a power that we do have.
And the number?
Yeah, I gotta say, Pan, I think ICE would disagree with you. I think ICE would prefer that you have some more information rather than
let me
just
give you an example.
They have an accent. So everyone that has an accent, you're gonna call ICE on like that. That sounds a little irresponsible to me.
Respectfully, I can tell you're triggered because you are a immigrant. But the point is this: I got over 60 illegal aliens deported myself. So what I'm doing actually works tangibly. So the point is, to all my ADOS and FBAs listening, call ICE on these travelers. Let ICE determine if they are here legally or not. ICE will appreciate it, actually. And we pay ICE to work for us. We do not pay ICE to twiddle their thumbs.
In the reward, the phone number is in the chat because I make sure that I advertise it all day, every day when I do my lives. It's 866-DHS, the number 2, the word ICE. They're giving us $750 goddamn dollar reward. You better get them.
And they're hiring. Great point, Didi. And let me say this in closing.
Hold on, Pan, before you go. So if you've done over 60, that means you've gotten a lot of money off of this.
Let me respond. Well, one step at a time. The point I was attempting to make is ICE is hiring right now. They have a $120,000 salary with a $45,000 sign-on bonus and unlimited overtime. So I advise all ADOS FBAs apply to ICE. Really get these illegal aliens out the paint.
All right. So Queen, it sounds as if you kind of second that emotion.
I'm second and third and then fifth in that emotion. The way I do the motion, I may not do it quite like Pan do it, but what I do is when I'm doing my live, I make sure I confirm and I concur. The number for ICE or any illegal immigrants is 866-DHS, the number 2 in the word ICE. And I make sure they understand it's imperative for you to know that the reward is $750. And if there's any Black Americans out there or white Americans out there and y'all want to see y'all lands cleared up and y'all want to be able to see through this goddamn earth that we don't have to be on our goddamn country scuffling and stressed out and not understanding why these goddamn corporations not paying you the right way, clear the goddamn playing fields and we'll start over. You know how we gonna start over? We'll start over by once we clean in front of our front doors, because Trump already cleared out the countries. They know how to come to us with contracts now. Now we need to get the illegal immigrants out that's not supposed to be here. Then we'll go inside our country and we'll start working on all the other illegals, like the bad people getting food stamps, the goddamn Social Security fraud. But we need to get our country back together. If you don't belong here, haul ass. If you don't know how to get their ass out, it's 866-DHS, the number 2 in the word ICE. There's a $750 reward. If there's any channels out there, anybody trying to grow their businesses, y'all better understand it can be a lucrative business. It could almost be like a bail bond business. You can start working to get all illegals out of every crack in the square. Get them out.
If you don't call ICE, you're part of the problem. If you don't call ICE, you're part of the problem.
Boom.
Right. And just to be clear, like I'm not an FBA, but I'm also against illegal immigration because I came here legally. So, the fact that y'all want people to call ICE against, I'm not against ICE and I'm not against what ICE is doing because I'm a legal immigrant and I believe in legal immigration. Pan mulattoism, are you okay with legal immigration or do you feel like no one should come here?
We need to place a moratorium on immigration to the U.S. We already let too many immigrants in. So at this point,
isn't there already a moratorium?
No, it's not actually. And that's the point I'm making. At this point, I support a complete immigration ban to the U.S. Completely.
Put everybody in COVID. We need to quarantine. That's what I said on my channel. It's time for us. We need to get these illegal immigrants out of here and we need to quarantine. Then we can start seeing what we're up against. Then we can see if white people getting over on us. Then we can see if our Black Americans getting over, our white Americans are immigrants. We got to be able to see our own house, but we can't see it when there's so much goddamn dirt and dust on the ground. How could you see through the damn fog? You ain't no Mack truck. Get all of that out of here and let's breathe. I can't breathe, but I'm sleeping a whole lot better now because I can see we gonna have some construction going on around here.
Yeah, and
Leonard, hang on, Pan. Leonard, is there anything you want to ask?
Did you hear my response though? I got a phone call.
No, I didn't. Okay. Just hold on for a second.
It don't matter. Complete immigration ban. That's the answer. We can move forward.
So well, first you said moratorium. Now you're saying complete ban.
Complete immigration ban. You heard me. We moving forward.
For a time period or no more?
Permanently. No, we don't need no more immigrants. We don't need none of you.
Okay. Leonard, what's your take?
Okay. Now, there are people that are in this country that should be legal citizens here that are making good money. They have it naturalized here. Mm-hmm. One, the drummer for Metallica. I love Metallica.
But
the drummer for Metallica, Lars.
Go ahead.
He's been in the United States for years.
Yep.
Millionaire. Has yet to immigrate to become a citizen in this country. He need to go.
Nice.
You good enough to make money in this country? You good enough to be a doggone U.S. citizen. If you're making money here and you're staying here,
yep.
Hey, that's all to it. you got to doggone change over or take your butt back. Like England, over there, you know, you had like different groups that left there to record and do different things and release music because the taxes in like England, the United Kingdom was so high. So they were trying to avoid paying those high taxes. But I'm like, you can't just come in this country and you're trying to avoid the taxes in your country because yours are going to be higher than in this country. And you're not a doggone legal, you've been living on a visa forever. You got kids with whatever women you've been with here. They're anchor babies in my view. No. Right. You got to go. You got to go. Legally immigrate here or get the hell out.
All right, and you agree with the ban as well. You agree with banning immigration.
Yeah, do a moratorium on it temporarily. Exactly. Do a 2-year moratorium on it.
There you go.
So we can get this thing together. See, and them people like Lars, that's in Metallica, and these other doggone musicians, they can get to stepping too. I ain't for just the Africans and the Hispanics and no, all of them.
Thank you.
The white ones, especially the rich ones.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm a hater. So especially the rich ones. Get them the hell out of here.
You're right, Leonard. You're right, Leonard. The reason why you're right is because we do need to. Now, I know Pan say we need to put it permanently. For now, if permanent is the answer, then okay. But I know we at least need to do a 2-year. The reason why is because we got to make sure if we can get everybody out of here that's not supposed to be here, you could best believe we can make America again. That's what you got to do. It's almost like y'all got to understand America is like the earth on this goddamn planet. We the new goddamn earth. All the countries are around us. Why do you think we are the country with the most illegal immigrants? We are the country with the most immigrants. Why? Because it's a pleasure to be in this country. It's a pleasure to be here. But you got to come here and go through the same things that we went through. All that FBA and Pan this and issue this. God damn it, I'm an American. I'm a natural lives born American that can go back all the way, not from great grandma, from great. So you're not gonna send me to Africa, God damn it, to go over there and be the new goddamn foreigner.
Yeah, well, you know, I don't want to speak. Hang on, guys. I don't want to speak for Ola, but I think Ola would say that Black Americans don't have the power to even start to make something like that happen. But pan mulattoism, what about the naturalized citizens that are already here? Do you think, like, you want to ban, you don't want any more immigration? What about the ones that are already here? Do you think their citizenship status should be revoked and that they should be shipped out as well?
Yes, we definitely got to ship them out, denaturalize them, because most of them exploited the 14th Amendment, which was not created for them anyway at all. The 14th Amendment was created exclusively for descendants of U.S. chattel slaves. And you asked me a question, I answered it directly. Let me ask you a question with all due respect. Don't you realize that if you and your family didn't leave the Caribbean, you all could have developed the Caribbean into metropolises comparable to a Singapore or Japan, but you all chose to run away. Don't you realize that this is shameful?
To your country.
Are there any immigrants from Singapore here?
Well, that's a deflection. I can answer that. There are minimal numbers of Singaporeans in the U.S. Actually, Caribbeans outnumber Singaporeans in the U.S. You say I answered your question, I did not deflect. Are you able to answer mine? Don't you realize that if you did not abandon the Caribbean, you could build the Caribbean into metropolises comparable to a Singapore or Japan or in Malaysia, etc.?
Well, you know, I do think, only thing I can say to that is that from being here, 20%, but I can only speak for Jamaica, but a large portion of the Jamaican GDP comes from outside of Jamaica. So about 20% of it, for that matter. Only about, I think it's a small percentage of, based on the percentage of Jamaicans that leave, what they contribute to the GDP in Jamaica is more had they stayed in Jamaica. Because a lot of them that leave, they actually go back to Jamaica and start businesses. They open resorts. They send money back. So for me in particular, I think it's been more beneficial to my family that I be here than be in Jamaica. And I think a lot of immigrants can say that as well, because just because they leave, just because an immigrant leaves, doesn't mean that they forget about their home country. They still do a lot of investing there, investing that they could not have done had they stayed there. But let me ask you a question as well,
Could not have done without American money.
Hang on, Pan. I think I answered your question. Now I think I need you to answer my question. So here's a question for you. There are a lot of white people today who feel that FBA, Foundational Black Americans who were slaves, who feel that they never should have gotten citizenship and that they should also be shipped out. What do you say to those people?
All right, and notice I'll answer your question directly, and I won't deflect like you attempted to, because you spoke about how Jamaica is dependent on remittances, but that's why I brought up the country of Singapore. They're not dependent on remittances.
Right.
So let me answer your question directly. Now, these whites that you're asking me about, are they descendants of the founders of the U.S. or not? Yes or no?
A lot of them, yes.
No.
All right. The ones that
They may
are
not be descendants. Hold on. They may not be direct descendants of the founder. When you say the founders, you mean the presidents, the what we consider the founding fathers, or are you just asking me if they're descendants of the same way y'all are foundational black? Are you asking me about people that consider themselves foundational white Americans that have ancestry throughout? Like those people feel that. Hold on, Pan. There are people today that feel that Black Americans who are slaves should never have gotten citizenship. That they should have once slavery was ended, they wanted y'all shipped out as well. So now my question to you is, how is what you're saying any different from them? And what do you say to them? How do you answer them and say, no, you should stay and that you have a right to stay?
Yes, and I noticed when I asked you a direct question, you're unable to answer it. So I'll answer your question directly once again. Now, the whites that are not descendants of the founders of the U.S., literally, I just told you, I suggest that we denaturalize them and deport them. Actually, I called ICE on white immigrants, and I got over 30 Eastern European.
You're not answering my question, though. Now you're deflecting my question.
No, you're interrupting me. I'm trying to answer your question. Now, if you're speaking about the descendants of the founders of the U.S., literally, I'm also a descendant of the founders of the U.S. So their opinion is not more valid than mine. I think a lot of the Caucasians that are descendants of the founders of the U.S., they need to be stripped of their inheritance because they robbed my family of their inheritance. So we both have our own contention with each other, but that's an in-house issue. That has nothing to do with immigrants are foreigners. So if me and other Americans have our own internal problems, that's what I have to deal with.
But they don't consider you American.
It don't matter what they consider me. That's an in-house.
1 minute.
Let me answer the host. It don't matter what they consider.
They don't consider you American. They consider the same way.
Hold on, did you hear me address that? Hold on, host, did you hear me address that? It doesn't matter what they consider me. My paperwork don't
so why
lie.
can't an immigrant say it? Why can't a legal immigrant who's a citizen say to you, it doesn't matter what you think. I don't care that you think me as a legal immigrant should get my citizenship revoked. It doesn't matter. Why can't I say to you, why can't I say to you the same thing you're saying to the white man who wants you out? It doesn't matter what you think.
Let me respond to that.
Your opinion doesn't count.
Because we own
exactly. No, hold on. Let me respond to the host. Let's not get emotional. Let me respond to the host. Actually, you have a right to say that, and I'm still calling ICE on your cousins. So it doesn't matter what you say. I'm still calling ICE on your Caribbean cousins and getting them deported. Do you understand?
I don't have any illegal cousins. I don't know what you're talking about. I already told you I'm against illegal immigration. I already told you. Now you're changing the subject.
No, I'm answering you directly. But what part did I not answer? What part did I not answer?
I mean, I'm just addressing the point you said. I don't know why you're bringing up the fact that I have no illegal cousins. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
No, I'm speaking about your extended. I'm speaking about your. Let me have the dialogue with him. I'm speaking about your extended family that came here illegally from the Caribbean. I call ICE on them actively. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter if you think my opinion matters or not.
But I already agree with you. I think anyone that comes here illegally. But I agree with you. Anyone that
All
comes
right,
here
then,
illegally
so
should be
that's it.
deported. Now, the only issue I'm
Uh-huh.
having with you is
Oh my
that you think anyone who became a naturalized citizen also should be deported. But you have to remember, Pan mulattoism. Black Americans didn't become citizens until the 19th century, right? Y'all just gained citizenship yourselves. And there are white people.
No,
Hang on, I'm not finished.
no,
I'm not
that's
finished.
wrong.
Not
Wait,
finished.
actually, you're wrong.
Listen,
But
I'm not
complete your
finished.
sentence. You're wrong. But
I'm not
complete your
finished.
sentence.
Let
Yeah,
me
go ahead,
finish.
complete your sentence.
Black people, y'all have been here since the what? Since the 17th century, but you didn't get your citizenship until the 19th century. And even then, there were white folks that didn't want you
Wait a
to
minute.
get citizenship. There were white folks that was like, no way, don't give these freed slaves any citizenship. Ship them out of the country. The same way y'all want to ship immigrants out of the country. I think that's why a lot of immigrants class you guys with the white supremacists, because you think like them. The
Well,
same
why
way
do we
white
care?
supremacists. Hang on,
No.
Queen. Hold on, Queen. I'm not finished. There's a luxury of being the host. The same way white supremacists want y'all out of the country is the same way you want black immigrants. You want all immigrants out of the country. So that's why they say you're taking from the white supremacist playbook, and you're ignoring the fact that y'all are immigrants to white supremacists, and they want you out. And you think they're on your side.
And just
The
to be clear,
minute
no, we
y'all-
never said
if
that.
they
We never said
revolt-
that.
That was never said. And if I could put this
Right.
out there,
What
if I
was
could
never
put
said?
this, if
What was
I could
never
put
said?
no, that
We never said the whites was on our side.
If
We never
I,
said the whites
hold
was on our
on,
side.
if I may, and I've been briefed so far, right? If I may, you said these white people that name your source.
Come on. You go against us.
Here,
black,
check.
white,
Look in the chat. If you look in the chat right
no.
now.
The chat don't mean
Leonard. Don't cut me off. Leonard,
the
don't
chat
cut me
don't
off.
mean squat. You got
Let me-
12 people.
Yeah, but
in the
don't be
room.
triggered. He's a
Hold
tether. Don't be
on.
triggered. He's a tether.
Hold
Go ahead, make your
on.
point, tether.
Name your
Please.
source.
If you look in the chat right now, you'll notice that someone, EMAB Squad Gaming, says white people are building white-only cities right now in Arkansas, in America. And you know who they wouldn't invite? You know who they wouldn't invite? Pan mulattoism and Leonard and Queen? None of y'all.
All right, can I
As
ask
much
you,
as
did we
y'all
say we
claim
weren't
to be
delivering?
founded-
So the person,
I'm not
the
finished.
person,
I'm not
the
finished.
person, the person in
As
your
much
chat.
as, hold on. As much as y'all want to call yourselves foundational black Americans, and as much as y'all think y'all can kick everybody out, there are people here that want to kick y'all out as well.
But can they? Hold on, but can they kick us out? No, let them answer that. Can they kick us out? Yes or no?
They say you can't kick me
Checkmate.
out. And the
Hold
same,
on.
the
But
same
we
way
kick your
you
cousins
want
out,
me
though.
out.
We kicking your cousins
You
out every day,
want,
right?
you listen, pan mulattoism. Listen to what you want. You want naturalized citizens to be, you want their citizenship
Yes,
revoked.
yes.
And
definitely.
you think there's a pathway for that. If there's a pathway for
Well,
that,
the Supreme
then
Court is
there
on the
must
way.
be a path. Listen to me, pan mulattoism. If there's a pathway for my citizenship to be revoked, then there's a pathway for yours to be revoked.
So what's the
You
pathway?
haven't been a citizen forever.
Hold on, but let them
either.
answer that. Hold on, let them answer that. What is the
You
pathway? then?
haven't been a citizen forever either.
But hold
And
on,
there
hold on,
are
hold on.
white
Let the
people-
host answer.
Listen,
What is the
pan
pathway?
mulattoism. Can
All
I
right,
say
but what-
something to y'all? Let me say something to y'all.
All right, but I bet
white
you broke my
people-
question. Go ahead.
Listen to me and listen to me carefully. The white people
We don't care.
that want just a white America
It won't
would
happen.
prefer that FBA people be kicked out than immigrants. They would rather that immigrants.
We know that,
stay.
brother. We know
If
that.
they had it.
Can they
So-
kick us out?
So
You
if
know,
it was up to the
you get to
white
your
folks
point.
that ran this country, if it was up to the white people that run this country,
We
they
don't
would
care.
keep immigrants and kick y'all out. Of course you don't care.
Well, that's a
That's why
gaslighting tactic,
immigrants-
but let me ask you.
And that's the fact that y'all
Okay,
don't care.
hold on. Can I
The fact that
get
y'all
one in
don't
right
care.
quick?
Let me finish.
Yeah,
The fact
you
that
go, and
y'all
I'm gonna go
don't
next.
care.
Go ahead.
Listen, I don't want to kick y'all off, but let me finish. The fact that y'all don't care, the fact that y'all don't care shows is evidence to me. Y'all even made me forget the damn point I was gonna make. But the fact that y'all don't care speaks volumes. The fact that y'all don't care speaks volumes. And here's what I was gonna say. The fact that y'all don't care the fact that y'all don't care that white people want y'all out gives every immigrant reason to not give a shit that y'all want them out. I don't understand why you think. I don't understand why you think.
It doesn't matter whether or not they want to kick us out. The fact of the matter is, can they? But I can tell you what, if you got your ass,
But you can't kick me out either.
Wait a minute.
You can't kick me out either.
When she done, I want to address that point. So go ahead, sis.
Let me finish. No matter how bad they want to kick me out, long as my birth certificate say up here and my social security card say up here and it's not a green card, the only place they can kick me is either in jail or off this goddamn earth. You can't send me nowhere else. But if you slip and you walk down the wrong road, your ass out of here. It don't matter.
All right, so I'm gonna start calling the cops on every Black American and just telling them
Y'all already
they
do that.
committed a crime
Y'all already
and
do
put
that.
y'all all in jail. How's that? Is
Y'all
that
already
fair?
do that.
Now, if I may,
All right, so y'all are gonna call ICE.
Let me get a next.
You guys call ICE,
no,
and we're gonna
okay,
call the
you've been
police.
nexting. I've been brief with my
right, go ahead,
response.
Lenny,
I've
go
been
ahead.
brief. I've been brief. Now, you all that have been naturalized citizens in this country, your citizenship can be revoked. We that were born in this country and have ancestry in this country, our citizenship cannot be stripped. And let's hold on. Let me give examples.
Leonard.
Never
No,
know it.
Your
How?
citizenship
Hold on.
can
Let him
be
answer.
stripped.
How can it be stripped?
Hold on. Okay. You
The
always
same way
let me
my
finish.
citizenship
Can I
can be
finish?
stripped.
Can I finish?
No, let me.
Yeah.
No,
Go ahead,
no,
Leonard.
can I
Finish your
finish? I'm gonna
statement,
give
then
you
I'll tell
names.
you how yours can be revoked.
I'm going to give you names. You can research names, okay? From the city I was born and raised in. Now, there's this guy's name is Jeff Fort, okay? He was a leader of the Black Peace Stone Rangers.
Because he was doing business with Omar Gaddafi, bro.
Come on now. Let me finish. Now, he organized to pull terrorist attacks on federal buildings in the United States. He went to prison for it. They didn't kick him out nowhere because they couldn't. His counterpart of the opposite set, Larry Hoover, who grew up down the street from me, okay, in Inglewood, in Chicago. He got locked up in 1973 and ain't seen daylight since. Now, Trump just commuted his federal time, but he still got 200 years of state time to complete.
On FBA.
And both of them are FBA. They from Mississippi.
Shout out to
cannot
Delta,
be.
Mississippi.
Hold on. They can't be stripped of their citizenship and kicked out. Now you had that rapper Shine. What
Hold
did
on,
he
but let
do?
him answer though. How can
Hold on.
Black Americans be stripped of U.S. citizenship?
No, I'm
Let the host
getting
answer
that,
though.
but
Let him
I
answer.
just want. Can I please give a couple examples and then I'm done? This is the last example.
All right.
Now you've got Shine, right? That rapper dude.
He got deported. We know he got deported to Belize. All right, now, host,
you know what?
Host, how can Black Americans be stripped of U.S. citizenship?
Hold on. Let me give a lesson in life.
Hang on, Pan.
People who are not willing
Make
to
it quick,
listen.
Leonard.
I'm trying to, but I keep getting interrupted. People that are not willing to listen, they have a problem with learning. See, if you listen, you get the information, then you analyze it, then you respond. See,
All right, host,
stop trying
answer
to
the
get
question.
the gotcha moment. Okay, it's two things you can't have, young man.
Brother, you spoke long enough. Let the host answer. How can Black Americans be stripped?
Two things you can't have
All
at
right,
the
go
same
ahead, host.
time.
Answer the question.
Young man, you can't have youth and wisdom at the same time. You're young. You need
All right,
to
let the
listen to
host
some
speak.
wisdom.
Let the host speak. Tether, how can Black Americans be stripped of U.S.
Oh, now
citizenship?
you're going to insult him and call him a tether.
Wait, did you call
He
me a
is a
tether?
tether, so let's
You
hear
call him
the
a
answer.
tether.
Did you just call me a tether?
You're going to insult the man.
You are a tether. So what's the answer?
You're going to insult the man, then want him to answer. Why are you
Brother,
trying
let
to
him
amp
answer.
people up
God damn.
emotionally?
All right, so if you ask any immigrant, would they rather be deported or go to jail in America? They would choose being deported. A lot of
What do
them
you
are
think
even
being
choosing.
deported is first?
Let me finish. Stop cutting me off. Let me finish, because you're already on my shit list. So, immigrants would rather be deported than go to prison. because going to prison is worse than being deported. When a Black American, when any American goes to jail, when they get out, they can't vote. So you kind of lose your citizenship when you go to jail.
That's incorrect.
A fact.
No, you
That's
don't.
a fact.
That's incorrect.
Even when you get out of jail, your ass can't vote. So going to prison is
That
like
ain't leaving the
losing your
country.
citizenship.
That don't have
And
nothing to do with leaving the
so
country.
so what I'm telling, it doesn't matter. What I'm telling you is,
But let him
when
answer
you
the
get
question.
locked
though.
up,
Go ahead, answer the question.
when you get locked up, you technically have your citizenship revoked because you can't do anything as a citizen.
Can't prove
Your
that
citizenship is worth nothing. You cannot vote. The main reason citizenship counts for anything is that you can vote. When you go to jail, you cannot vote even after you get out. So your citizenship is technically revoked.
That's
and
for a white
again,
man too, though. But you
and
can't
again, and again, immigrants would rather self-deport than go to jail. So how would we get Black Americans to get their citizenship revoked? Send them to jail. The same way Pan Mulatto calls ICE on us. We're just gonna call the cops on you. And let me tell you this.
Y'all already do that, though.
Let me say this last thing to y'all. Let me say this to y'all. It is more the same way you call ICE on us. We're gonna call the cops on y'all. And then you say ICE will figure it out. We say the cops will figure it out. But I guarantee you, it is more likely if I call the cops on a Black American and you call the cop on the ICE on an immigrant, it's more likely that Black American committed a crime than that immigrant is illegal. Because most people in jail are Black Americans. And most of the prisoners in jail are Black Americans. If we were to go down this rabbit, let me finish. If we're to go down this rabbit hole, of calling the cops and calling ICE, it's gonna work against y'all. Y'all are gonna end up in jail. Because most of y'all act like criminals.
And host, let me ask you
this.
this.
Call on a random Black person is more likely they're a criminal.
Excuse me, host. What you ever heard of this thing called? Have you ever heard of this thing called light skin privilege?
Come on,
bro, but that's a deflection, bro. Can I just ask you a question?
Sounds like Pan Mulattoism. Hold on. Sounds like Pan Mulattoism. Hold on, Leonard.
I have light skin privilege.
Go ahead, Leonard.
Sounds like Pan. Who you have light skin privilege, and I'll take it. Pan Mulattoism.
Yes, I do.
Since he named himself a mulatto, I take it he also has light skin privilege.
I have no problem camming up.
And let me get in.
Creole. Actually, I'm a Louisiana Creole.
All right, Leonard, let me get in. Now, to the host, when have Caribbeans not called the police on Black Americans?
Right.
When have what?
They getting you.
When have you all not called the police on Black Americans? So we just giving y'all the same energy. We calling ICE on y'all.
When you don't commit a crime. Hello.
Exactly. So we calling ICE on y'all.
A crime.
So that means we giving y'all the same energy. We calling ICE on y'all. Y'all call the police on us. Fuck.
Thank you, Pan.
No, but you said no, you're not. You said you're calling ICE on any immigrant, whether they're legal or not, and then have ICE figure it out. So we're gonna call the cops on any one of y'all.
Y'all already do that. Y'all already do that.
When? Name one. I can name one person who called. Hold on. I can name 3 people. No, I can only name one who's admitted to calling ICE on people without knowing if they're illegal or not. You know who that one person is? Pan Mulattoism?
I don't do that.
Pan Mulattoism.
And let me respond to the host. But let me respond to the host.
I'm not finished.
Go make your point, Talcum. I'm listening.
I can name one FBA who has called cops on immigrants not knowing whether they're legal or not. His name is Pan Mulattoism. Now, Pan Mulattoism, you tell me, Pan Mulattoism, you tell me one immigrant that you know that called the cops, cops on a Black American without knowing whether they committed a crime or not.
I'll give you an example. Literally, in Howard County, Maryland, where I'm from, you had Caribbeans actually from Barbados and Jamaica that literally called the police on me when I wasn't doing anything wrong, literally. And I ended up getting arrested for resisting arrest.
You did do something wrong. You resisted arrest.
No, they called the
Resisting
police
arrest
and I
is
got
doing
arrested.
something
Why
wrong.
y'all about to get out of
No.
here?
That was the charge they put on me subsequently. Checkmate. They put that charge on me subsequently
No,
after
sir,
the
nuh-uh.
Caribbeans called law enforcement on me. So I'm giving y'all the same energy. We calling ICE on y'all, and I guess you're gonna cry about it.
But they
We
didn't
don't cry
arrest
when
you
y'all
for
call
what
the
the
police
person
on us.
called the cops
We
for,
don't
did
cry
they?
when
They
y'all call the police
arrested,
on us.
they arrested you because you acted like
Uh-huh.
a criminal after the
Also, you
cops
take the
got
white
there.
man-
Why
man's
y'all running
word.
to our country? Why are you running to our country?
But let me have a dialogue with the
Where's
host.
Sean Kingston's
Hold
mom
on,
go?
let me have a
Where did
dialogue
Sean
with the
King's
host.
mom go?
Queen.
Where did Sean
Let me have a
Kingston's
dialogue with
mom
the
go?
host. Hold on.
Queen.
Hold on.
Queen.
Now you see how you
No,
wasn't
y'all
dead. You
hold
took
on.
the white man's
No,
word.
hold on. Y'all
That's
need
why
to
we
hold
call
on.
ICE
No,
on you.
no, y'all need to hold on a minute and
Yeah,
understand
that's why we
one
call
thing.
ICE on you.
Immigrants, hold on. Immigrants do not run to y'all country.
Yes, you do.
No, we
And y'all run
don't.
to our
This is not
communities.
your. This is
Y'all run to our
not your
communities.
country.
Country though. Why
Listen,
you not in
It's
your
my
own
country, FBA
This
country.
is not your country.
Why are you
The
not
Chinese
in
own
your
Jamaica, so what's your
You
point?
just a
This is
you
not
just
your
a
country.
stowaway.
Hold on, let's
This
not
is
be
not your
triggered by
country.
him. Let's not be
Listen,
triggered. The Chinese
if
own Jamaica.
immigrants
What's your
come-
point?
If immigrants come here, it's
The
not
Chinese
because of
own Jamaica.
FBA.
What's your point?
If immigrants come here,
The
they
Chinese
come
own
here
Jamaica.
because
What's
it's
your
a
point?
white man's country. And we appreciate white people's countries. The same
Y'all
way
got
y'all
white people
won't
on your money in
recognize-
Jamaica.
Rid of y'all
The
ass.
same way.
Y'all got
the
white people
same
on your
way,
money in
listen
Jamaica.
to me. Listen to me,
That's why
pan-mulattoism.
white man getting
The
rid of
same
y'all.
way
Uh-huh.
you, pan-mulattoism, complain about
Yeah.
white supremacy, but you
No, I
will
don't
not
complain
leave
about whites.
America.
I don't complain
Yes,
about
you
whites.
do.
We breed them out. I bred them out.
You don't
I'm a
complain
mulatto.
about whites.
I'm the
Is
future of the
America a
white.
white supremacist
I'm
country?
the future. Fuck no.
America's not white supremacist.
It's
Nope.
full of white trailer
That's
parks
how you
and
know
white
we
fentanyl
can't
addicts.
here.
Is America
Exactly.
a white
It's full of
supremacist
white
country?
trailer parks.
No. So it's not.
If America,
Hold on.
The
hold on.
United
If
States
America
is
white
not
supremacists, why is the white
Hang
trailer
on.
parks
Baltimore.
and fentanyl
Leonard.
white addicts?
I'm asking Leonard. Leonard, is
Yeah,
America a
Leonard.
white supremacist country?
No, it is not.
Hell no.
You have the
Queen,
right to
hold
do.
on.
Hold on.
Queen,
You have the right
Queen,
to do what you want to
Queen,
do. If you
Queen.
hold on, bro, hold on.
You answered the no. You answered the
only
question.
ones, the only
No, you
ones that
hold
are
on,
talking
Leonard.
that
Leonard, you
supremacy
answered the
junk are the
question.
ones that are
Queen.
still living in the ghetto.
Leonard, I'm not speaking to you right now. Queen,
Yes,
is America a white supremacist country?
it could be.
It could be. Right. So now all of a sudden, this is what I'm talking about. This is why immigrants class FBA with the white supremacists, because all of a sudden y'all deny white supremacy.
You came to
All
work
of
for
a
the white
sudden-
supremacists.
All of a sudden,
You
the
came here to
most
work
y'all
for the
are gonna
whites.
say is, all of a sudden, the most y'all are gonna
Uh-huh.
say is, it could be white supremacists.
But it's true.
Does
though.
Mexico
all
have
of a
white
sudden,
supremacists?
that's
Does
why-
Jamaica have white
That's why
supremacists?
we class you with the white supremacists.
So let me ask you. Hold on. If America,
Hold on, no, you
let me ask
hold
this
on.
question.
No,
Why
you
is
hold
it a
on.
we
I'm not
and y'all
finished.
not
You
from
hold
here?
If
on.
America is a white supremacist country, why did you come here?
Why you
Check me.
here? Why you
Check
not
me.
I
here?
didn't say
If
America
America
was
is a white supremacist country, why did your
listen.
black ass come here?
We heard about
No,
white
hold on.
supremacy.
He
Let me
didn't-
answer your
he did not
question.
say
Let me
that.
answer
Let
your
him answer that.
question.
Let
Let
him
me
answer
answer
that.
your question.
Let him answer
We
that.
He didn't
learned
say
about,
that
we
America
heard
is a
about.
white supremacist country.
Y'all had
Let him answer that. Let him answer.
Mausen, let me answer.
Go ahead, tell me.
Immigrants learned about this idea of white supremacy when we got to America. And you know who we learned it from? You know who we learned it from? You guys.
TV.
Hold on. So when you was colonized by the whites,
no,
hold
we
on, hold on,
heard
hold on.
it from you.
You speak English because you was colonized by the whites in Jamaica. Checkmate.
So
you had to come here and learn it from us?
because you were. So were you? What
Exactly.
you
So
doing?
why did you have to come here and learn from us? Checkmate.
Bleaching your skin.
We
Bleaching
didn't
your
Yeah,
care
bleach
skin.
your
about
skin.
that.
Bleaching your
We didn't come
skin.
here.
Y'all got white
Listen,
people and your money in Jamaica
Bleaching
today.
your
Mulatto.
skin.
Mulatto,
Bleaching
we didn't
your
come
money in
skin in
Jamaica today.
Africa. Women are bleaching
let
their
him
skin.
answer. Let him
Hang on,
answer.
let me
Bleaching your
Y'all got
skin.
white people on your
Hang
money in
on.
Jamaica today.
Hang on. Let me do something.
Y'all part of
real
the
quick.
Commonwealth today.
Oh, did you know 23 states in the United States?
Damn,
Queen, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right, you the last one left. I'll leave you because you said it could be white supremacists, and that makes you the most honest out of all of them.
But it's
Like,
the truth though. I'm a truth.
No. The truth is, from time immemorial, Black Americans have been saying America is a white supremacist country. The truth is, your reparations claim is based on white supremacy. Now, all of a sudden, now that you want to attack immigrants, white supremacy isn't so bad anymore. Now tethers are more of your problem than anyone else. And that's kind of disturbing. That's very telling, Queen. That kind of tells to your integrity, because I think that y'all are being really dishonest with yourselves, because now it proves that y'all are siding with white people, and y'all want to get white people you want to side with white people to get white people to help you kick other immigrants, to kick black immigrants out. And that's kind of shameful. And you deny white supremacy in order to do that.
So why is this? Wait. First of all, is it legal or illegal for illegal immigrants to be in the United States? Yes or no?
Is it legal or illegal for illegal immigrants to be in the United States? Of course it's illegal.
Is it illegal?
It's illegal, yes.
Exactly. So listen, why do we have to side if it's already the law? There's no siding. It's no siding. Y'all pick
Queen, listen to me, Queen.
You guys couldn't make it in your own countries. My question.
Queen.
Yes.
Pan-mulattoism said it has nothing to do with whether they're illegal or not. He said he said even legal ones should get kicked out, and you agreed with him.
No, I didn't. I don't agree.
Yes,
with that.
you did,
No,
Queen.
What I said, play it back. What I said was, I give the number to ICE every single day. If you go to my channel, I verbatimly and I straight.
Do you know whether the person is legal before? Do you know that the person is illegal before you contact
Why do I
ICE?
have to care? I don't know the people on America's Most Wanted, but if they goddamn it want it, I'm gonna give the American Most Wanted phone number. It's not my job to care. It's my job to provide the resources. If you in the neighborhood, if you're in the neighborhood and you're in the community and you know illegals are there and that's what we're fighting for, my job is to provide that phone number, and that's what I do. I will provide the phone number, and I'm not taking it back.
Queen, do you believe that legal immigrants should lose their citizenship? Based on what Pan-mulattoism said, that's what he said he wanted. Leonard agreed with him. So I'm asking you, do you believe that legal immigrants should have their citizenship revoked and all immigrants should be kicked out?
I do not feel if you came in my country the legal way that you should be kicked out. If you are a legal immigrant and you aided in a bed to get the illegal ass here, you need to get your citizenship revoked. Period. If you are legal and you did not do anything wrong, you did not aid in the bed, I don't have no issues with you long as you walk that straight line. But if you're legal and you know you played a role with aiding in the bed, I want you to haul ass.
All right, so Leonard, you went outside. It's kind of noisy, but do you stick to your point that you think even legal immigrants should be deported and kicked out? Do you stick to that statement that you made?
I did not make that statement. What I said is, if you have someone that immigrated to this country and they commit some type of heinous crime, they should go to prison and then get deported back from whence they came. And I based that on a American-born, two really terrorists out of Chicago, that they couldn't get deported because they are Americans, can't strip their citizenship. Now, someone that becomes a naturalized citizen here, their citizenship can be stripped. Just like when I was talking about the voting thing in most states.
How can you strip their citizenship?
The government doesn't.
If they commit a crime, right?
No, if they commit like murder or something like that, depending on what it is.
Right, but it has to be one of those heinous crimes for them to.
Exactly, a heinous crime.
Right. But if a citizen, but if a citizen commits that same heinous crime, that citizen is going to go to jail, let's say forever, right, for the rest of his life.
Maybe yeah, maybe no.
Yeah, maybe so, maybe not.
And if that citizen goes to jail for the rest of his life, that citizen is technically losing his citizenship, correct?
He's still in the country. He's not losing.
No, but he's not losing.
Can that person vote? Can he vote?
But
You can't vote if you're incarcerated.
What right does he have? What right do you have as a citizen being incarcerated?
You still in the United
You
States?
still
That's not a
are
right.
in this
What right
country.
do you have?
Hold on. You see, you're running too quickly. Now, you still do have constitutional rights while you are incarcerated. If not, they will be able to beat those prisoners like they beat the ones in the movie Midnight Express.
Exactly. And you know what, American? I want to ask you a question when you're finished.
Hold on, no. Illegal immigrants have rights as well, yes?
They do.
Yes, they do.
So it's the same. So it's the same thing.
No, it's not.
No, it's not the same thing. And I'll explain it. And I'll explain it to you. Illegals, they have certain rights, right, to be treated humanely. They have, the right to a trial, court of law, all that good stuff. You can't just string them up in trees like they used to do black folk back when all of that. You see what I'm saying? Not legally. Now you used to be able to legally just string black folk up. Yeah, let's go get some beer or something. But yeah. See?
So I think what it is, American, I think where we getting a disconnect is this. The way I explained it the first time. If you're a legal citizen of the United States, and when I say legal, I mean of United States birth certificate and of United States Social Security card. It don't matter what the F you do while you're here. The only place you can go, either you're going to be dead or you're going to jail or you're going to be back home. You're not going to go to jail and then leave and get sent to nobody goddamn country. You're legally here. Now, if you're here and you got your green card or you got your visa to be here, if you do something wrong, you're going to do our American time and then you're going to haul ass afterwards. When I do my time, I'm coming home on American soil. I'm not leaving from here. So you using the word citizenship in the wrong manner, because citizenship still leaves you here, whether you can vote or not, whether you can possess a pistol or not. You can still roam this whole goddamn United States. If you're illegally here, or if you're a citizen because you have a visa, green card, whatever it may be, you're getting out of our country. You're not going to Massachusetts. You're not going to New York. You're going up out of here where you're from. Where you gonna send me at if I'm from here?
Can Arnold Schwarzenegger
I may not
run
be able
for
to
president?
Send you anywhere. I may not be able
Can
to
Arnold
send you
Schwarzenegger?
anywhere.
He was governor of
Leonard.
California.
Hold on, Leonard. Let me just respond to
Can
what
he run
she
for
said, and then
president?
you can.
Okay.
Let me just respond to her. I may not be able to send you anywhere, but I can strip you of almost half of the rights you have as a citizen.
I'm still in the United States.
That's fine. But like I said, but that and that's fine. But your citizenship can be revoked to an extent where you cannot own a gun. You cannot. There are so many things. There are so many things that you cannot do anymore. That it technically is if your citizenship is revoked.
No, American, if you go to jail and you get a felony, your rights to vote is only on the table for 7 years. Period. And you can
except in 23 states. 23 states is automatically restored as soon as you're out. And in other states is restored after whatever time. Like they say, okay, your prison sentence end and you got X amount of parole or whatever it is, probation, whatever that is, because I'm not a criminal like that, so I don't understand that part. But whatever that thing is, once all of that has satisfied the state,
you're still here.
You get your voting rights back.
That's right.
You get your right to vote back.
But isn't that true for naturalized citizens as well?
No.
Hold no, hold
I
on.
don't.
You're
That
telling,
I don't know. Hold on now.
So let me be clear. So let me
I
be
don't know.
clear.
If
Let
you're-
me be
is your
clear.
Is your
Are you
naturalized
saying? Hold on, Queen.
green
Hang on,
card?
Queen. Hang on, Queen. Are you suggesting that if someone is a naturalized citizen, not a green card, they had a green card and then now they're a citizen, right?
Mhm.
And they go to jail for, are you saying that regardless of what crime it is, after they serve their time, they get deported?
They're a citizen now. You
No,
can't-
I'm not saying regardless to
Okay.
whatever crime it is, menial.
So
I
how is
said
it
heinous
different from
crime.
y'all?
Now,
So
now,
how is it
now
different
check this
from
out.
y'all?
Check
The
this
only
out.
crime, hang on, let me just say this.
Okay,
Whatever crime gets a legal citizen, a legal naturalized citizen deported, the crimes that get that person deported, that crime gets a citizen in jail likely for life.
Who cares? They still a United States citizen.
No.
Not if you're in jail for life. If you're in jail for life,
No,
you're
you're
not no
not.
citizen.
No, you're
You're
not.
still a citizen.
Okay, check this out. I'm gonna give you
If
some
you're in jail
examples.
for life, you're technically
No,
no longer a citizen.
I'm about to give you an example, a good one. Tupac and Shine did the same thing. Did Tupac get deported?
He can't. He got a birth
No, he got
certificate.
killed. He got murdered. Tupac
That
got
ain't got
murdered.
nothing to do with it. That ain't got nothing to do with him getting out of jail in New York.
He's still a
If
citizen.
Tupac had the choice, if Tupac had a choice of going to jail or be deported, even to a country he didn't come from, he would take being deported.
Now you're gonna speak for someone else. See,
If
we
he-
can't
I'm-
do
I-
we
What about
we
you?
can't
If
we
you
can't
had-
do
let's say
that
you-
now.
Leonard, Leonard, let me ask you a question. Let's say you committed a murder and they gave you an option, either go to jail for life or get deported to Jamaica. Which one would
Where
you
they gonna
choose?
deport you at if you're not from Jamaica?
I'm speaking to
Thank you.
Leonard. I get that.
I'm not.
I
I am
understand that.
not. Okay, let me.
Queen, I
Okay.
understand that.
I'm gonna
I know
answer the question.
it's just a scenario I'm creating. I
Okay.
understand.
No, it's not
But
just
I'm
a
asking
scenario
Leonard.
with me.
Leonard,
It's not
if
a
you
thing.
had the choice, Leonard, I know you're not from
Okay.
Jamaica. You're born and raised here in America. But if you commit a murder and the American government gave you a choice, jail in America for life or go to Jamaica and figure your way out, which one would you choose? Which one would you choose?
I'm going to jail. And to even add, hold on.
I
and let
don't
me,
believe you, Leonard.
Please, let me add
Queen,
a
would you
sprinkle.
choose jail as well, Queen?
You damn
Let-
right. I'm not going to y'all
Then
country.
listen to me. If both of y'all would, if y'all would choose jail, if y'all choose jail over going to Jamaica, all that says to me is two things. Number one, you've never been to Jamaica because Jamaica's beautiful. And number two, y'all dumb as hell.
I want you to listen very, very carefully.
It's all about life in the street. People are suffer, try survive in the heat. Bad mind them up to one, hygiene not eat. That's why enough of them get rifle a beat. Everybody want big ups and want to drive in a Jeep. Every day I'm at the ball when she buy in a read. Not even 5 days, we can't find for the week. Me no see no changes, the same cycle repeat. Give thanks cause life it's a sweet. But keep an eye open every time you go sleep. Cause mankind jealous and them idle go rape. Them never yet plant and not try figure rape. Bigger heads where you fight for the seed. Now care about the future nor the child where you creep. Them a pray the fat Kyle we submit. The system will slide where you fit.
Inna the streets where we born and grow. Only Jah know and nobody know.
When we talk about ghetto life, talk about ghetto life.
Everybody a pre say them want it low. That's why them a speed and they pan the go.
Cause this a real ghetto life. This a real ghetto life. Yeah. Everybody just a pre-success. When me looking at the street, you me see enough stress. Them all a fight for who reach up next. Everybody want floss and a beat up chest. Juvenile in a them teen love sex. Them a breed the fast money, them no need subjects. And if you're unfortunate, please don't vex. Also the things said cause the streets don't
Inna the
rest.
streets where we born and grow. Only Jah know and nobody know.
When we talk about ghetto life, talk about ghetto life. ghetto life.
Everybody a pre, say them want the dough. That's why them a speed and they pan the go.
Cause this a real ghetto life, ghetto life. This a real ghetto life, ghetto life. It's all about life in the street. People are suffer, try survive in the heat. But bad mind them up to one, hygiene a do it. That's why enough of them, yeah, rifle a beat. Everybody want the guns and want to drive in a jeep. Every day I'm at the ball when she buy in a read. Not even 5 wheels you can't find for the week. Me no see no changes, the same cycle repeat. Give thanks cause life it's a sweet. But keep a eye open every time you go sleep. Cause mankind jealous and them idle go late. Them never yet plant and not try figure rape. Bigger heads where you fight for the seed. Now care about the future nor the child where you creep. Them a pray the fat Kyle resonate. The system will slide where you fit.
In the streets where we born and grow. Only Jah know and nobody know.
When we talk about ghetto life, ghetto life. Talk about ghetto life, ghetto life.
Everybody a pre, say them want the dough. That's why them a speed and they pan the go.
Cause this a real ghetto life, ghetto life. This a real ghetto life, ghetto life. Yeah, 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 yeah.